Hello and welcome back. This is Amir Lahijy live from Los Angeles, and this is this evening. Good evening, part of Evolving Mind, part of Brain Function, part of Togetherness Media, and everything together. Yeah, let's be together. And now, today, I mix everything. Maybe I have a problem with my memory and my brain. I don't know. That's why we are going to talk to Dr. Mitra Khorramshadi. She's psychiatrist and she loves neuroplasticity like me. So let's see what's wrong with my brain. And now, hello, and she's here, right? Hello and welcome.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you.
Okay, so what's memory?
Oh, interesting. Well,
What's wrong
I
with
just
my
have to tell
memory?
you that, when we are talking in memory, we are talking about the data information that we get from the environment, and we put this data as a classification in different uh, form of information and knowledge that we do, and store this. And when we store it, when we code it, and then at the time that we need it, we bring it up and try to use it. I remember that last time I was talking about the two different type of the memory, explicit memory, implicit memory, and I want you to know that we do have the different classification. We do have the recent or close memory, or we do have the far-sighted memory, which is the very remote memory of us. And the most important thing is that we need memory. Memory is very, very important, and life without the memory, it's not going to be the same as usual for everybody.
So can we trust to our memory, or
Well,
can we
let me put it this
rely on
way.
it?
Yeah, let me put it this way, that just imagine that I'm not talking about that you don't have at all a memory, but vice versa, you do have a very detail oriented memory. You do have a very good storage. You can code it, all of the information, put it in your head, and then at the time that you wanted to use it, you bring it up. But this is going to be very, very annoying. I had a lot of clients that they are saying that we are very detail oriented. We do have the autobiography memory. We can remember every single details, and all the time we are thinking about the data is coming to our mind. And they are saying that majority of the time they feel tired, they feel anxious, they feel nervous. So this is one side and one picture of the having too much memory, having be able to have a lot of details about every single event. And on the other side, there is another tape that talking about having a little bit of the memory problem, such as you can recall what was going on yesterday or last week, and you do have some difficulty for connecting the information that is happening in your daily life. So what I'm trying to tell you that memory should be in a range that we can use it in a good way. If you do have too much memory, too much detail oriented, and too much storing the information, it's going to be the hassle. If you don't have at all a memory, and then you are trying to just remember what was going on 24 hours ago, again, it's going to be a type of hassle for you. So basically, we need a type of the memory. We need a type of storage that could help us for daily function of our life. But you were saying that is our memory is reliable or no? I can tell you 100% no, not at all. We cannot rely on our memory, because memory means that we do have interpretation, we do have the storage, we do have the coding from the event, and after the coding, we are storing all of this in our brain system, which is the majority of the time in mesolimbic system in hippocampus. And hippocampus is one of them that keep all these files for us at the time that we needed, bring it up this file and let us know that what was going on. But remember that, I was talking about the memory and interpretation. I talked about the memory and our, cognition and understanding, awareness. So it depends on, how is your mental status at the time that you are seeing or reading or, hearing something. And then at the time that you want to recall all these events, it's depend on, how you stored, how you coded all of this information. And then, that's why I'm saying that, memory is not reliable. I just want to tell you that, there was actually a study in Harvard University regarding that. There was 15 people in a room, and they were showing a type of the movie or film to all of these people in the same room, in the same situation. And after ending the movie, they were asking them what was the color of the car, or what was the model of the car in that movie. And to be honest with you, everybody has a different, understanding. Everybody has a different, recall. So some of them call it as a dark green. Some of them call it as a dark blue. Some of them call it as a dark black. And so basically, even though there is one single event for all of these people, they do have the different understanding, different interpretation, and different coding of this memory. So that's why when they asking them to bring it up all this information, they are going to tell you that they're different stories. So the way that I want to explain it to you is that why we cannot recall on the memory, especially in the forensic psychiatry. So in forensic psychiatry, we are asking the people that, what was going on at that scene, what was going on at that moment, where you've been. So basically, no, we cannot 100% sure about the memories.
So why do we forget?
Interesting. Yeah, there is a lot of things, and we have to know that how we store and how we code all of this information, and if there are any issue or any disturbances during this coding and storage, will and manifested as a memory loss or memory problem. Sometimes with a single simple stuff such as the sleeping. When you don't sleep well, you cannot recall the memory next day or next couple of hours. So basically, your state of mind has to be in a status of having enough room for the storage. And when you cannot sleep well, you don't have that much information storage at that time. Sometimes you're hungry, your blood sugar is low, and you cannot just focus on the stuff that are hearing or listening or reading or whatever. Or sometimes you're cold, when you're going to the bank especially, or official offices. I mean, many months ago, not now, but you see that AC is too much and it's very cold and freezing, and when the people that are talking to you, you cannot focus, you can't have attention. When you don't have enough attention, you don't have a good memory, and when you don't have a good memory, so basically you do have the problem for daily activities or at the time that you want to use it. So these are very, very limited stuff that I'm saying, but when I expand it a little bit, I have to get back to the list of the medication. All of us, using something. I do have the blood pressure high, diabetic. I do have the, high level of the cholesterol. So I'm taking some medication, and these medication does have drug-drug interaction, and some of them have anticholinergic effect, which cause a little bit of the fogginess of our brain. Our sharpness is going to be foggy and not working at the time that we don't take any type of the medication. Or alcohol. When we're drinking alcohol, we do have a lot of problem remembering what was going on. That a lot of people with the alcohol, they do have the blackout. They can't recall what was going on at that day or scene or that moment.
Okay,
so there's
Doctor.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Khorramshadi, you mentioned about sleeping, food, temperature. And now for last question, I want to know, how can we improve our memory?
interesting. First of all, we need good sleep.
Okay.
Sleep hygiene. We have to be able to sleep in a time that our body is tired. Decrease any stimulus outside. I mean, the light has to be diminished and the sounds has to be diminished. And we have to have a good, sleep hygiene. Not drinking the caffeine and then go to the bed. Not drinking a Coke and then go to the bed. This is not going to be helpful.
Helpful for improve our memory.
Yes, when you do have a good sleep, you do have a good memory.
Of course, yeah.
When you eat well,
yeah.
You have to eat well, you have to sleep well, and then you're going to have a better memory. I mean, I was reading an article regarding that whoever does have a healthy heart, they do have a healthy mind. So basically, I'm trying to tell you that, if we try to decrease the level of the cholesterol level, if we are trying to have more physical activity, if we do have a better nutrition, so we will increase the level of the sharpness and the memory, and then we can have a better fun. And besides, we have to be cautious about our social habits. Smoking, drinking, and some other type of the substance abuse will definitely decrease the level of the sharpness, cognition, memory, and it's affect our daily basis activity. And on the other time, I'm really suggesting to the people that even though we have to take 100% medication, we should enough knowledge about what is the side effect of this medication. Is there any type of drug-drug interaction or not? And especially when you get a little bit elder and elder, we do have decrease of renal clearance. I mean, your kidney is not working as the time that you were a little bit younger and more athletic and more active. So basically, I'm saying that at the time that we are aging, we should be very careful about the intake, whatever are eating, whatever receiving from the medication, herbal substances or other things.
Amazing. Thank you so much. So you mentioned about some people, they have a memory problem and they cannot remember what's happened in the last hour or something like that. Let's continue this conversation tomorrow, and we are going to that area. Okay?
Sure.
Thank you so much for your time. And we have a question about one of our audience asked about neuroplasticity. Just remember to talk about neuroplasticity and how related between neuroplasticity and memory. I don't know how, but thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So, and now let's go to listen beautiful music, and after that we are going to talk about a different topic with another expert. She is here. Yes. Thank you, and stay tuned.